Hi there, guys. I recently went on a camping trip and tested out a little bit of gear. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a lick of footage done. This was more of a camping and bonding kind of thing with my family, But I wanted to go over some of the stuff I did get a chance to test and wail on a little bit. Uh, we'll start out with the Schrade machete knife and axe combo. Uh, Alright, start off the machete. Both of these things suffered from the same exact problem. Not enough ass where ass was needed. Basically, the blade didn't have a lot of weight to do a lot of chopping. I mean, it took a few swings to get through an itty bitty branch. So, yeah, something I wasn't too thrilled with. But it was sharp enough, and, well, you see all these chips here? That's because it went one-on-one with a barbed wire fence that was growing out of a tree. So it kind of held its own, but it turned out to be a draw. But that won't take too long to get rid of. The axe, I mean, it worked perfectly fine with the factory edge on it. But again, it didn't really have enough weight to cause enough inertia to do some of the chopping I wanted it to do. Now, I will probably keep this on my camping gear for my light camping gear, because when I'm camping, I mostly use an axe to carry large pieces of wood, or maybe do some splitting and hammer in stakes. So I mean, it's not the biggest part of my camping experience. But anyway, as for hacking and chopping and stuff, they felt really good, but took a really long time to get anything done. I replaced my usual mess kit with this little Musa pot that I bought. If you saw the chili episode, you saw where it originally looked like. I replaced the knob with this big old screw, because then I can either put it on the grill with the screw going in between the holes, or I can take out the screw completely and use it as a cooking surface. No, it's not important. But this thing worked out pretty well for making gravy. I had some biscuits and gravy and cooked really well. And of course the K-Bar Spork, even though I gave it crap, works really well. So if you're ever looking for a mess kit, $7, buddy. Not a bad deal. Oh, and I forgot to show you how I had it hooked on. Oh! Hey! The hell, dude? My tripod wanted to go AWOL. Anyway. Bungee cord works wonders. Works perfectly fine. Hangs just like that. Didn't have a problem with it at all. This rack I bought was like $14. Can't remember what it was called, but it's kind of expensive as a rack because it's just a metal grate, but it's supposed to be titanium covered. But yeah, it did pretty well for we mostly used it for level cooking in pans, I didn't cook anything directly on it, but I'm hoping to fix that soon. And though I didn't go shooting, which we actually did, we did some shooting. I have some bruises from a 12 gauge to prove it. We went in an area that had that's been known to have coyotes and wild dogs, so I decided to take a 22 rifle with me. This is a 702 Plinkster. They're imported by Mossberg, so they go under the Mossberg name here in the U.S. But anyway, I realized that if I had a problem with dogs during the nighttime, I wouldn't be able to see my rifle. So as you can see, I covered the thing in orange paracord so I could see it, and gave it a flashlight. But as far as I understand, these are like some of the cheapest rifles you can get. Somebody even said that they picked one up for like $86 at Walmart at one point. Who the hell knows what it's going to go on, what you're going to get now, because Walmart's so bootlicky. But anyway, hopefully you could find something like this pretty cheap. You'll have to forgive the black on black here. Let me see if I can get a little bit of color to differentiate it. Anyway, last but not least, I also had a chance to check out the Glock gear. Now, the knife worked really well as a knife. I was not a fan of the saw on the back. And this has nothing to do with the quality of the knife, but my ferro rod came out when I pulled it and just went flying. So, make sure you have that bad boy glued in if you want to replace that cap with a ferro rod. But the saw on the back is just too damn thick and only cuts on the upstroke. So you're only getting half your thrust into the thing. And yeah, just wasn't the best saw. Unfortunately, on the entrenching tool, I didn't get a chance to use the saw. It just kind of slipped my mind, and I'm sorry about that. But what I did try to do with it was unroot a stump that we had that I kept tripping over and damn near killing myself on. Thing almost sent me into the fire a couple times. And once it hit the resistance of the stump won. So it kept wanting to snap back up into the shovel position. I can't really say if this is a bad shovel or not. I didn't dig with it. But for the entrenching option, you're probably going to be entrenching in some loose soil, I hope, because the thing doesn't seem to like resistance. But anyway, that's the gear I got to try and test out and give you my review on. Hopefully you found it helpful. I will talk to you all later. Bye.